welcome back to the channel. I'm today going to do a Valentine's Day makeup look. It's currently Friday, Valentine's Day is on Sunday, and I just thought I want to do a little look. I wanted to use MAC Brave lipstick because it's been so long since I put this on. Comes up a little bit more pink when it's on than there. And I've got a pink lip gloss to put on top as well. So I just thought, a little wearable pink Valentine's Day makeup look. So I'm going to get straight into it. Put my hair back, but I've curled for change. It's not very often that I curl my hair. It'll probably drop by the end of the video, like this one already has. That's hair for you. Right, okay, so I'm going to start with my primer, which is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh. Tried this about a week or two ago. Shake it up a little bit. And it's so nice. I didn't expect to like it as much as I do. Generally because I don't really like primers too much. But this is just really, really nice. And it does help my makeup, which is always nice as well. Helps it stay on, helps it not crease in some of my fine lines. I've just changed my camera angle up a little bit because I felt it was very far away. So I've just finished doing the primer, putting it on. This is actually Real Techniques Targeted Blending Brush. So I put that all over my skin, concentrating it on my dry areas. So I'm going to next go in with the Nars Soft Matte Complete Concealer. I have this in Chantilly, I think is how you say it. And I'm going to use a Morphe 138, which is just like a little pencil brush to just cover my blemishes or any scars, which is a lot at the moment. I actually discovered like all of these spots started coming up around basically my chin just after Christmas, and I've been looking into what could cause it so I can stop doing it basically, and I discovered that it can be a change in lip balm that does it, because obviously the lip balm like bleeds out onto the skin around the lips, and after Christmas I just changed lip balm, so I'm like a Carmex cherry like tube squeezy to like a click up vanilla one, and so I think I've just gone a little bit crazy over Christmas, so having dry lips from the cold and using that much lip balm. I think I've just overdone it a bit, so I've stopped using it as much and it just seemed to be improving. And I'm going to go in with Maybelline Fit Me Foundation. This is in 120 Classic Ivory, which is massively too dark for me, but I find that all my foundations at the moment are too light, so this will just help darken them up. Yeah, you can see the definite colour difference there. So I'll just put this on first just to kind of tan my face. And then when I put my foundations on, it'll just even back out. So I'm first going to go in with Nars Sheer Glow Foundation, and I have this in Deauville Light 4. Gonna spot it on and then blend this in. I have on today a nice Barbie hoodie in true Valentine style. Since I will be spending it this year in the living room, probably with a takeaway, just watching movies or whatever. I'll probably wear it just in comfy clothes anyway, So it's a true reflection. Right, still don't feel like that's quite full coverage. So I'm going to go into the third foundation. It's probably going to mess up everything. And I did just realise I didn't have my ring light on. So that's fun, but I'm going to go in with the Nars Soft Matte Complete Foundation in light 2.5 Yukon, which is way too light, but I remember trying to get my hands on this. I really, really wanted to try it, and so I just went for what was available, which was massively too light. Here we are, that coverage is now much better. 3 foundations later. There we are, I feel like that looks much better now. You can definitely still see all my texture, which is what I actually like in videos. I like it when nothing's like smoothed out. I can actually see what the skin looks like. Just like to overblend my foundation. So I'm going to go in with the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Concealer. This is full coverage concealer in the colour Fair. I like to pinpoint areas that I need additional coverage. It is generally spots and such like, because it's quite close to my foundation colour. I actually don't feel like I need as much today. So blend that in. I'm going to blend it in straight away. Okay. And then I've next got the Revolution Conceal and Define in C1. I'm going to put that under my eyes, just in this inner corner bit where I get really dark. Up there. And that's it for that one. Then I've also got the L'Oreal Infallible Concealer. Oh, in 320 Porcelain. Tiniest. Then I'm going to straight away blend all of this in again. So now all of that is blended in, I think. I'm going to let it just sit. I always like to just let my foundation and concealer sit and just kind of sink into the skin a bit. I just feel like it allows it to adjust to the skin, and then I can see exactly where it's creasing, exactly where it needs powdered. If I need a little bit more foundation, my skin decides to swallow a little bit of it. And it just gives my skin the opportunity to just adjust with the foundation. So I'm going to give that some time, and I'll come back and then I'll be able to show you where it needs powdered and how much of this foundation actually sets. Okay, so I've given my skin a few minutes. Right, I don't feel as though I need any extra coverage. I think I'm okay. I'm going to get my Fit Me Matte and Poreless. This is the pressed powder in Natural Ivory. It's almost gone now. I'm just like, I've massively hit pan. I really load up the brush. Tap out under my eyes as per. And set under my eyes straight away. So I can now bake on top of that and it won't go patchy. I'm also just going to set other areas where I get some fine lines. So around my old lady forehead that I have now. my nose. And I'm going to go in with, this is a Real Techniques, it's one of the tiny little sponges. I think they were in a set at some point. I'm going to take my I Heart Revolution Coconut Scented Baking Powder. There's loads of crap on the front of it until I use it as like a little palette sometimes. And I'm going to load up the sponge. The sponge is wet as well. And I'm going to push that under my eyes. Don't think I can ever explain how much I love that feeling. Like wet foundation and concealer underneath my eyes just feels rank. And then when I can set it, oh, it's so much better. This is a lot of baking today, by the way. I don't normally do this much, but today I'm just like, okay, I'm feeling a little bit oily today. I've put a lot of foundations on, so I just feel like I need to set it a lot more than normal as well. And I'm going to grab a large blending brush. This is a Real Techniques 100. I'm just going to load that up and then really press it off. And whilst I wait for that to set, I'm going to do my brows. So I have my JS7 brush. Just got a really small angle brush on one side and then the spoolie on the other. I'm going to go in with Morphe Biscotti Brow Cream, which is a little bit melted, so it's obviously very warm in here, despite it literally being snow outside. I'm just going to fill in my brows as I normally do. I'm going to come a little bit forward, see if I can actually show you a bit better. Here we have one eyebrow done. Always looks a little bit scary when I just do it. By the time the rest of the makeup's on, it always looks fine. My brows are never related in any way whatsoever. I'm going to take NYX Tinted Brow Mascara. I think it's in chocolate. Just set them down. So I'm going to dust off most of this bake. I'm just going to leave a little bit on my eyes just to control the eyeshadow. So I have the Morphe 35XO, trying to position that in the best place. This is the new palette they released this year, and it's a little bit loved. That's the inside. The only one that I don't get in this whole palette is like this random blue. But anyway, so I'm going to take a Morphe 505 brush, which is just a large blending brush. I think I'll first go into Touchy Feely, which is this one right in the middle. I'm just going to put it all over the lid because I'm just going to build up like a little bit of colour. I'm going to push that on. Blend it in a bit. Get it right through the socket. Just realised I haven't used eyeshadow primer today. Well done me. I'm going to take my MAC 217 and I'm going to take I Feel Like Talk Feelings is the next one. So I've just been in this one. I'm swapping over to this one. I'm just kind of building that over the top a little bit, but not taking it like as high through the transition area. Go back in with the other brush, no extra product, and just blend it over now. I feel like I've sat back now. And I'll just keep building that up. Just blend that up more. Then I think I'll get a more flat brush. Add one. So I'm going to take the Morphe 456. And then we're going to this colour, which is Eye Contact. I'm going to go on this colour here, Eye Contact. And I'm going to put that in like the first quarter of my eye. And I'm just going to let that lighten it up a little bit. And I'm going to go lastly in with the Morphe 506 brush, little blending brush. What will I go into? I think I'm going to try use, get this everywhere. I'm going to go into the colour Show Some Skin, which is this one, and I'm just going to kind of deepen the lash line. I'm going to do a wing liner, but I just want to kind of have it slightly darker across there just for the definition. Now, at the moment, whilst it's snowing outside and well, say we can't go out, I don't really want to go out in it. I've been watching like a lot more TV shows. At the minute, we started kind of after Christmas watching all of the Marvel films from the beginning again. Except I need a snack halfway through because they're so bloody long. Like 3 hours is just too much for me, I'm afraid. I need to stop halfway through and do something. But I've started just like on my own, whilst like my partner's on PlayStation, playing games and such like. I've just been going to bed and watching like a program with myself, by myself. And I've been watching It's a Sin on Channel 4 from the UK. But oh my god, it's so good. It's got the lead singer from Years and Years in it. I know he was an actor before he was in Years and Years. But it's so good. It's all about like a group of uni students who've moved to London, but it's in, I think it's 1983, somewhere along them lines, and it's when basically AIDS is just starting to become known. And obviously, so it's a bunch of boys, they're all gay, couple of girls in amongst it. I'm only on to episode 2 or 3, but oh my god, it's all like the gay culture, trying to keep it a secret, but also at the same time they're at uni, completely flaunting it. Where in London, there's a gay scene, but like they're still hiding it from the parents, or like they don't speak to the parents because they're gay. It's just such a good program. Now I was explaining it to my friend as it being like a mix of like Misfits, Skins, and then Train Spotting all in one go. But I was just like, oh, watch the first episode, and I was just like, I'm hooked. I'm absolutely loving it. So I highly recommend It's a Sin if you can watch it. So I'm going to leave the eyes there for now. I feel as though one's just like a little bit, always get this one like comes out a bit more than the other, and then I can take away the bake underneath my eyes. I'm going to do a spritz of setting spray just to lock all of that in place so it doesn't move when I carry on the rest of my makeup. Morphe Luminous setting spray. Next I'm going to do a wing liner, so I'm using the NYX matte liquid eyeliner. Going going to leave it there because I always end up overdoing the eyeliner. Can't decide which lashes. I think I'm going to go with these ones, which I'll put in the description bar which ones they are, because I can never remember. So it feels as though sometimes I can drag my eye down a little bit with my eyes being a little bit small. Yeah, I think that looks better. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to glue these up and then do mascara. Use the Decay Perversion mascara and just quickly put that on. Then whilst that sits, I haven't done bottom eyeshadow yet, so I'm going to do that in a little bit. And what I'll do now is some bronzer, blush and highlighter. So for bronzer I've got Hoola Benefit, the little mini one, and I will apply that with, actually I'll put it on with my Nars, I think it was the Huda brush. Technically a contour brush, but always feel like bronzer makes me look so much older. It just like drags my face down so much. Like, look at how much that just like pulls everything down. So let's grab this brush that I just applied my powder all over my face with, and I'm just going to really buff over my cheeks so it's really seamless, that bronzer, and then it doesn't put everything down as much. And just got some blush to pop on, so I'll just use my Morphe 438. So I'm actually going to take a little bit of MAC Raisin, which has just got on horrifically. Just going to blend that in as well, because that did not go on very well. Still like a little hint of it there. I'm actually going to get a little bit of the Revolution powder I was using earlier and take the flat side of my sponge. I'm going to really clean this up. I just don't want it to come down so far. Feels like it's making me look gaunt. Yeah, I really feel like that's going to help. I have one eyelash ready to go on. Do a little side flutter. I'm going to clean this up. Yeah, that looks so much better. Yeah, it feels like that's just lifted my face up a little bit. It isn't so in a downwards flow. Okie dokie. So I have maybe Luminizer highlight. I'm going to take a Morphe 501 brush, load that up, and get that on there. Yeah, I thought it would be quite a lot today. Okay, I'm going to blend it out, but I just wanted like quite a lot of highlighter today. A little bit of what's left on the brush through the brow bone, just really subtly. I'm not sure there's much left. I go back into my palette and grab out my MAC brush, back into Talk Feelings, which is this one. know, my cats must think that their lives are brilliant because they just have to like look at a door and it magically opens for them. I always think it must be absolutely brilliant to be one of my cats. Right, I think all we have left is lips. Certainly seems that way. So I'm going to take, this is a Laura Mercier, and it's just a clear lip liner. And it just stops the lipstick from bleeding. So you can see it does actually go on. And you can see it, but then it like fades to nothing. Let me know in the comments, going back to watching things, if there's any good shows on Netflix. I've pretty much watched every single like murder documentary now. We've even just watched the one on Cecil Hotel. That was so interesting. I loved that one. I think I watched like all 4 episodes back to back. It was just so interesting to find out like how many people have actually like lived there. And I'm like, I thought it was just a hotel. But I had like actual residency, like contract, and like looking at how cheap it was. Like I'm not surprised so many like when they're on about like certain murderers that have lived there at one point in time. I'm just like, well, they didn't have jobs, they didn't have a stable income. It was so cheap. It was something like $18 a night. So you can imagine why it drew in so many crime. So many crime. So much crime. So many criminals. My English is amazing today. So that lipstick was the Brave. I don't think, yeah, it's a satin lipstick from MAC. It's not as pink as I remember. But I'm going to add on the top, this is the Huda Beauty Lip Strobe, couldn't figure out what the words was there, in Angelic, and it's a metallic lip gloss. I was quite fearful of this lip gloss when I got it for Christmas because it was a metallic, and I was just like, how am I going to be with a metallic? But it's not like overly metallic. I really like it. Actually, I think the lips and the eyes are pretty much the same colour actually, virtually, so that's quite nice. Yeah, I really like this look. I'm going to brush my hair. Okay, so hair brushed. When I said it would fall out, literally like my hair doesn't hold a curl. For being naturally curly, it doesn't hold a curl, but we'll pretend. We'll just pretend that it's still in a nice style. That is the end of everything. I really like this makeup today. Checking the viewfinder, make sure the lashes are on. My biggest weakness is always having a lash pinging off at the end. But I love these lashes. Get the hair out of the way. I really feel as though I picked the right lashes to go with these. And trimming them down just helped to pull the eyes up more. And it hides any errors in the wing liner, which is always my favourite. But this is Valentine's Day. I might also film what I actually do on Valentine's Day, because I will be doing some kind of makeup just because the amount of personalities that I have. My partner gets the benefit of having 5 fiancés really. Always fun, he gets 5, so he's never ever bored of me, he's never sick of me. I think he gets sick of about 4 of those personalities. But yeah, I shall film that and get it on. But for now, this is kind of a wearable, super easy as well Valentine's Day look. I used literally 3 colours and one of them got covered by eyeliner, so didn't really matter too much. But I hope you like this. I've got some videos lined up for the future, so keep an eye out and subscribe. Bye!